Okay, by now you've had a chance to film uh, your teaching, and now we're going to import and edit your video. And you've also had a chance to manipulate some graphical images, and you've had a chance to create a logo and a title using the GIMP. And you've also been given directions on how to go out to the internet and to find some royalty-free music or Creative Commons music. And so I have a few files here that I've collected, and I'm going to take them and put them into iMovie. So here's the process. You go up to File and say you're going to pull it from the camera, you would hit Import to Camera. In my case, I have them on File, so I'm going to import movies. I go to my desktop, I find my Video Assets menu folder, I highlight Parker Video Edited .mov, and I just want to make sure of a couple of things. I can add it to an existing event or create a new event. I'm going to go ahead and create a new event. We'll call it Parker Video, and I'll hit import. Now it's going to copy my files, and it will take just a moment to do that. And then it's going to also generate some thumbnails. So as you can see, it's now generating the thumbnails. So the process that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this simple piece of video, I'm going to throw on the logo and an opening title screen that we created in the GIMP, and then I'm going to add a couple of transitions and then lay the audio down underneath it, and you'll have a finished product when we're completed. So our thumbnail has been generated, and this is the video. Now this is called the event library. Up here is our project library, and so we're going to want to create a new project. So what we're going to do is highlight this video because I want this entire piece of video, and then we're going to drag it up here to the project library. Now I like to have my project library down at the bottom just because it makes it a little easier to work with. So I'm going to hit swap events right here. It swaps it, and now I'm going to do a couple of quick things. I'm going to go ahead and add in my math logo, which is in my assets folder. I'm just going to bring it over here. I'm going to drag it. I'm going to get this little green bar. I'm going to drop it in there. Now if we go look at our screen here, you'll notice it's kind of like big and panning. I can go over here and I can now adjust this. I'm going to tell it to fit it, and actually we'll hit fit, and then I'm going to hit done, and then so now we can preview our video by hitting the space bar.
Today's lesson is on the Pythagorean theorem.
Okay, so that gives us an idea of what it's going to look like in the beginning. Now I also want to get my title screen, because that's my logo for my project, and the title of that one was Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to drag Pythagorean theorem right next to that title, and now I can highlight that. I can do a couple things. It says it's going to be 4 seconds long, and so is this one. That's the default that it brings images in. I'm going to go ahead and go to clip adjustments, and I'm going to change this one to 6 seconds, and then I'm going to hit done, and then I'm also going to go over here and make sure that I turn off the Ken Burns effect. The Ken Burns effect is kind of one of those zooming, panning sorts of things, which is really nice, but for what we're doing here with the title screen, I think we just want to keep it. Maybe I'll do this cropped version and kind of center that graphic, and then we'll hit done. Okay, so now we've got it looking like this. So here's the logo, and then here's our title screen, and then you can see down near the bottom that
Today's lesson is on the Pythagorean theorem.
Okay, so, and I just hit spacebar to pause that. Okay, so now I'm going to add in a couple of transitions real quick. I'll take fade to black, and I'm going to go ahead and just drop it right in front of that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a cross dissolve right here and drop that in. And then between the video, I'll also do another cross dissolve. So now let's take a look at it and see how it looks. So you can see how it had that nice smooth transition, and then it should transition.
Today's lesson is on the Pythagorean theorem.
So you can see that it makes it a much cleaner, nicer video when you add in those transitions. Beware, don't try to do too many flashy transitions in a video. It becomes annoying. Okay, now one more thing at the end. We're going to go ahead and re-add that logo. So I'm going to take my logo and add it in here at the end. And then, so there it is right there. And again, this one's 4 seconds. I think I'm going to go ahead and make that just a little longer. So we'll just come in here. We'll make that 6 seconds. And now, now we've gotten this far, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and close that little pane. And then our last add-on, actually, we're going to reopen that and go ahead and throw on transitions for it. So we'll do another cross dissolve between the two, and then we'll also do a fade to black at the end. And our fade to black, we'll go ahead and make this 2 seconds. Okay, now we're going to add in our audio, and the audio is really nice. I found this song online on one of those websites where you can get some free tunes, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop it in here. And basically what it does is it just lays down kind of right behind your video assets, and you can kind of hear it there as I scrub across it. Let's go ahead and listen to it for a second. Okay, so you can definitely tell that the sound of the song is much louder than our video, and so we want to make that a little less. And so we're going to go ahead and click right here, and we're going to go to Audio Adjustments, and then we're going to take the volume down, and we're just going to drop it down to about, we'll try about 23%. And then on the end, we actually want it to fade out, and I'm going to go ahead and tell it to manually fade it out over a 2 seconds period of time. And so that kind of gives you an idea. And as far as fading in, I don't think we really need that because the track kind of sounds that way anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done. The other thing that you can do is, whoops. You can go in here to the clip trimmer, and you can actually trim down the clip and make it shorter. In this case, we're going to make it considerably shorter because we just want it to bleed into the very first part of the video, you know, on the fade out. So that's about where we probably want it, about right there. Okay, so we're going to try this now, so we'll hit done. And now let's go ahead and preview it.
These lessons on the Pythagorean theorem. It's holding a piano.
Okay, so you get the idea. The audio sounded great, it transitioned into the video, and the video keeps on going. Okay, so I'm going to grab my audio. I'm going to use the same file that I used before, and I'm going to drop it right about here. and it actually decided it wanted to put it over here, so I can move it though. I do that by clicking on it, and then I can move it down to wherever I need it. And so we want it about right here-ish. And then again, we want to go in and make some adjustments. Probably want to make it about 30%-ish. And then again, let's go ahead and do a fade out over 2 seconds. And maybe we'll do a fade in this time over about that much. And then we'll hit done. And now let's see, let's go ahead and also trim this clip down. Alright, let's go ahead and preview this. So you can see that the audio goes way beyond where we need it to go. So we're going to go ahead and trim that down a little bit here. Whoops. Okay, so you can see the bar moving. So that's probably about where we want it. Then we'll hit done. And now let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Curiosity.
And there you have it. There's our video. Now from this point we've got our video ready to go, and we could watch the entire thing, but I'd rather not. So we will go ahead and we want to share it now. And we hit export movie. We want to give it a name. So we'll call this, should we call it Pythagorean theorem? Pythagorean theorem. And then you can choose some different sizes. For the web stuff that we're doing, medium seems to work pretty well, 640 by 360. These are kind of high definition type choices right here. So, and then these would be very small videos. So stick with the medium. You're going to export it, and this will take some time to export. It says about 6 minutes. We're not going to wait that, but you can then preview it. We have it listed in the course right below this tutorial. So enjoy.